Hey guys, welcome to the Sim Racing Paddock. I'm William Marsh, and this is week 2 of the Sim Racing System MX-5 Cup brought to you by Sim Racing Paddock. And I unfortunately had to miss the first week of my championship due to testing out Formula 1 2018. And now I'm back. We're going to be racing at the Okayama Piper Circuit, which may be familiar to some MX-5 racers in iRacing, and this should be quite a fun time. So the race starts in 45 minutes, gives us a little time to practice and get comfortable with the track. So let's do some driving at Okayama to warm up for the race. So we will go to Mazda. So for those of you who are interested in joining this championship, there's still time. If you are already part of Sim Racing System, you will need the Japanese pack DLC, as well as downloading Okayama, and that is, you can find the link to Okayama in the description below. If you haven't joined Sim Racing System yet, you can, I think I have the link in the description, or you just go to www.simracingsystem.com. I'm going the wrong way, Nordschleife. Okayama Piper, there we go. And we'll just do a practice session. Get an idea on what this car is doing. So, a little bit of a shameless plug. I got some advice from some of my friends on finally how to set up the text-to-speak, or the text-to-speech on donations. So, I do have the plug on the top right if you want to support the channel, if you enjoy what I'm doing here. You can go to www.streamlabs.com/SimRacingPaddock and you can donate to help support the channel and keep it going strong. So, hold on a second, feels a little loud. Let's turn on the volume a bit. Hey Norman, how's it going? I think this is the close-up angle. There we go, there's cockpit. So let's adjust the camera a bit, though. Yeah, it's a little high. That should be good. I'm excited for this race, though. I heard from last week that the MX-5 Cup did pretty well. It actually split, so had over 24 people take part in the race. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of them, which is a bit of a shame, but hey, it's nice to see the series is doing pretty well and that people are liking this car combo. So let's get an idea on feeling what this car is doing. Get some heat into these tires and just get an idea on how the car handles on the track and where we can put the car. So this car does admittedly feel a little tighter compared to the iRacing version. Seems like this one isn't willing to turn in as much. So keep that in mind. Could also try to adjust differential and some settings in the car to tweak the setup a bit, but I think this should be a good series. Especially one of the things I like about MX-5 is it's relatively spec compared to other series. That one of the nice things with spec series is it comes down to driver skill versus car setup and things like that. Hey Luciano, I'm doing pretty well. It's been smoky as heck today, though. About, I want to say 15 miles away from me, or 10 to 15 miles away, there's another grass fire, and it's just made the entire area smoky. And then add to the Mendocino fire, which is now the largest ever wildfire in California. And it's been extremely smoky and hazy today. Hey, wheelchair dude, I am doing pretty well. I did some racing and streaming with Gamer Muscle earlier and just keeping that rivalry going, and gets pretty funny. But yeah, the race starts at the top of the hour. I'm just wondering, not getting any heat into these tires. So we might need to lower the pressures. Basically trying to build a setup for the race before top of the hour. I am very excited for the new damage engine in iRacing, and it's amazing just thinking all the logistics, what actually has to be redone. Almost all of the cars and tracks had to be like reconfigured in some ways, and it's going to be remarkable seeing what comes out of it. From the preview video that we saw, I still think there are some values that need to be adjusted. Some of the things seem a little overly sensitive, but it's remarkable seeing what that is. And it's interesting because in a lot of the streams I've talked about, iRacing is like the Apple of sim racing. Some of the things are behind other times, admittedly, but some of the technologies that are implemented are remarkable, and it's nice. So in those couple ways, iRacing is a bit like Apple. Okay, that's funny. That's pretty funny. So, mentioning the Gamer Muscle rivalry, I am guessing that that donation was from Gamer Muscle. So, basically, when we were doing the stream, we were doing the Race Sim Studio GT1 series, and I was down. He beat me twice. I had beat him once. And then I finally had beaten him a second time, so I donated $3 to him, and it basically, I just typed USA, 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 and yep, Gamer Muscle can be a witness. Donate wrecked. As you saw, Gamer Muscle, I turned on text-to-speech, so I might need to make the text-to-speech a little higher, but I can do that in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to make some adjustments to the setup. Also, I'm going to turn up the text-to-speech because that was a little on the quieter side. So it's under streamlabs.com. Log in, and then we'll also adjust the setup. So the tires felt a little too stiff. We weren't getting temperature in, so let's see real quick. Alert box, multitasking for the win. And I might up the camber a bit, because that could also add a little more wear, which I think we can do okay with. So donations, let's see, text to speech, volume 100%. So please do not blow my eardrums with any donations, Gamer Muscle. Watching Will from the bed. Just make sure you keep your pants on, man. Don't make it too weird. So let's see if the camber and tire pressure adjustments help a bit. Okay, volume's maxed out now. So let's see how the car handles now. This could help with the turn-in issue I was talking about earlier with this car. Mormon pajamas. Interesting. I didn't know you had family in Utah. Get the heat in. And also for sim racing system events, they do tire blankets, so that will start off with heat. So I think part of it's going to be keeping the heat into the tires. But yeah, 33 degrees Celsius core temp. We need to raise that up. I dated a chick that sort of went to an offshoot of Mormonism. That stuff is crazy. Actually, I've considered donating, slash loaning to one of my friends one of my rigs, because he runs the youth group, so junior high and high school groups, and yeah, he's a big video game nut. He also enjoys virtual reality, things like that. Come on, let's get more heat in these tires. But it feels a little looser. Not as solid a feel on the road right now, but I think that's due to camber. We get at the expense of we get better turn in at the expense of road feel, I think, with camber adjustments. So 104 is our best lap. Let's see what we get when we get more heat into these tires. I wish you could adjust the gearing for these cars. The gearing is just off. We'll see how it goes in the race, but I'm excited. Wow, we have a tire green! Yay! This will be 3. We improved. Thanks, Gamer Muscle. We'll see how the race goes. Let's see if we can take this in second. Thanks for the donation, Norman Robinson. Thank you very much. We'll see if the text-to-speech works on Super Chats. I don't know yet. Okay, looks like the text-to-speech does not work with Super Chats. I might need to adjust that into settings. I don't know. I'm still new to setting up everything donation-wise and whatnot. So with this being a clockwise track, you can see how it does put more strain on the left sides than the rights. The car feels like it's doing all right. Looks like we're consistent, which that's a big thing with this car and track. As I mentioned in my preview stream last week when I was testing out this car, one of the big things with the MX-5 is keeping momentum, which I'm not doing right here. A wasted white boy, it sounds like Gamer Muscle is actually going to sleep for once, which is kind of surprising. A little oversteer there. So my guess is this is going to be about 7-8 tenths slower from my mistake. There we go. Seven tenths slower. Called it. Drag the brake in. Compromise a little on my exit there to get a good exit here before the straight. Wasted. Audi TT, is that Gamer Muscles event? Okay, Sim Pits event. There's some good drive off there. Go. .102.6. Cut a half second off. So we got 20 minutes. Let's make some setup tweaks. Also, I just want to check the alert box real quick. Super chats. Does Super Chat allow text to speech? Yes, it does. So, there we go. So now Super Chats allow for text to speech. So, we will lower the fuel tank now. 5 liters. Estimated 7.1 laps. Sheesh. Will we get down to the 101s? We will find out. Man, these tires are cold. Hold on a second. My OBS window shut. There we go. Getting some heat in. So we have one, like our out lap done. We'll do one lap and then I think we can get our qualifying lap in. We'll see how that goes. drift. I'll get some heat in these tires. Hey Tyson, we are practicing for this race. The race starts at the top of the hour, so we are doing a mock qualifying run right now. Hopefully they'd consider giving me one of those motion platforms to review. I do have the wheel stand light that I need to review from them, so that will be coming soon. And then they're going to have me review the FGT, so the Formula/GT rig. I'll be reviewing that soon as well. And then we'll see how it goes. Little slideways. Well, let's see how this lap goes. Okay, about half a tenth up. Nice. There's that drive off that we need. Hey, Court Marshal, how's it going, man? There we go. .2. Yes, there is. So hold on a second. Where is it? Why am I missing it? Oh, performance delta. There we go. So we'll just put that right there. Oh, I just realized no one would be able to see it there. There we go. My bad. Yeah, that's one of the things I love about the UI in Assetto Corsa. You can actually modify like the positioning of everything in the HUD. Let's center that a little more. Right between the mirror and the pedals. The pin at the top right of the delta bar. Hold on. Thank you. I think tires are starting to fall off a bit. And also we're out of gas. As we were purpling some parts. Okay, we'll do one last run, guys. One last run. Tire pressure's as slow as they can go. Trying to get heat in these tires, but it's not working. Hey, Kieran, I remember you. Thanks for joining in again. $411 Jamie, how's it going? Let's try something actually. That might be a little better. Noah, how's it going? Whoops. Careful with that throttle. It'll bite you. Get some heat in these tires. I do play Automobilista time to time. Not as much recently because it's nearing end of life and there's not much racing online. Hey, Gamer Muscle and I have no shame in saying we are average sim racers. We just try injecting some personality into our drivings, and sometimes that goes good, sometimes that goes not so well. There 411 Jamie, yes, Riza Studios, or Riza Studios, however you want to pronounce it, they are collaborating to release a pack for R Factor 2 that will have, I want to say, 4 cars, 4 tracks, or something like that. I might just try staying in third for these corners. But yeah, one of the great things about sim racing channels and stuff like this is I'm not necessarily a great racer. Gamer muscle isn't either, and most sim racer personalities aren't. If you want to find a sim racing personality that's extremely talented, you can find one. Mickey Hoyer, he is a great sim racer, and he started his channel recently, and he does streaming with that, and also he does streaming on the SimPit, or I guess now the SimPit Crew channel. And he also does that. He competes in the ASR Championship in R Factor 2, which is like the premier open wheel championship in RF2. So that's cool. Jimmy Broadbent, he's a very competent racer when he puts a lot of effort into it. Sometimes he doesn't because he prefers the entertainment value than outright talent. But he has both at least. And he'll do the 24-hour endurance events with his team. And in the future, I want to do some endurance events. I posted in the community tab that I wanted to possibly put together a team for the 24-hour Le Mans in iRacing. I think that could be a fun event. Just would need to find some drivers to get along with and race with. So that could be a lot of fun. But yeah, there's a lot of variety available in the sim racing channels. There's a lot of variety that you can find. Jimmy Broadbent, he goes a little over the top, and a lot of people like that. He has 100,000 plus subscribers, and he has rightfully earned that. He is a very talented presenter. Even look at his more professional projects he's done with Drive Tribe. He is a very talented streamer, YouTuber, presenter, whatever you want to call it. Gamer muscle, he has his own quirks, and people like that. He is a good streamer, and I know you and I see a lot of this witty banter between him and I, but he is genuinely a great personality. Same thing with Sean Cole, same thing with Billy Strange, same thing with John Sable when he was with ISR. These personalities. And it always cracks me up though, because I was not watching. I made my F1 2018 quick race, and a good quarter to a third of the comments are just criticizing my driving ability. And the thing is, I'm willing to bet that 90% of you guys do not watch this channel for my driving ability. You watch it because I provide input on the industry. I provide my 2 cents on reviews. I do reviews, I do previews. And of course there is that notion that I at least need to have a fundamental knowledge of driving, and I think it can be argued that I at least know how to drive. So I know how to drive on a track, I know how to push the limits of a car, and it's that. I'm not pushing to that 100%, 101% that, say, extremely skilled drivers like Nicky Team, they are capable of doing. I'm not the biggest fan of Nicky Team personally, but that's more based on the personality. There is no denying that he is an incredibly skilled racer. I think it was yesterday or day before, I was watching his GTE iRacing event that he was taking part in, and he started from the back of the pack at the Nürburgring GT circuit, and he fought his way up to second in class, and I gotta say, that was remarkable driving. I'm not a fan of just all the mannerisms and just the way he behaves on stream. I'm not the biggest fan of that. But that is my own personal opinion. Other people, they enjoy that. And that's the great thing. You can just flip to another YouTuber if you don't like what one is doing. So that's the thing. And I understand if people don't like my channel. And I understand if people prefer others. I understand if someone prefers the more brash nature of Jimmy Broadbent versus me, who I see myself as a more meticulous, cold, calculating personality. Sure, sometimes I let personality get the best of me, but I just tend to find that I tend to be the more cool and collected mindset. And that's one of the nice things. Some people like that, some people don't. If you don't, you can find another channel that fits your liking. And that's the beauty of YouTube. and that's why I enjoy doing this. Nikki team is not like most Danes. So, oh boy, 30 people. That means this is going to split. And one thing I like is we are seeing more Americans. So, like, you see me, Mark Nelson, Pasha Patterson, Ryan Flannery, Mike. We're seeing more and more US flags. Yes, doing some online racing. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 first-time racers. Whoop, whoop. So I'm going to assume first-time racers. I wouldn't think that they raced and just got a 0 or something. So welcome to Sim Racing System, guys. David Land, I've watched a couple of his videos. I think I've seen some of his with his input on IndyCar. I haven't seen as much of his sim racing videos. Same thing with Real Radman. I've been watching some of Real Radman's videos lately because he's been commenting a lot about the state of NASCAR and a lot of the things I agree with, especially with the recent development, because Chase Elliott finally won a race. For the record, my favorite NASCAR driver as of right now is Chase Elliott. Second favorite would be Kyle Larson. So it's nice to see Chase finally get the W. And then now seeing about Brian France getting arrested, that's a very interesting development. And that could drastically reshape NASCAR. So who knows what could happen. But I'm excited to see how it is. Started watching Yardier. What's interesting is I've been friends with him since about before he started his channel, actually. I mean, before his channel really started growing and stuff. Same thing with Jimmy. I've been friends with Jimmy for years, and then they start growing, and it's cool seeing different channels grow and things like that. For example, a lot of different personalities and stuff, they were friends with me as I started growing, and I could imagine it's cool seeing how my channel's growing, and it's the same thing I see with Jimmy. And Jimmy, like, he's just blowing up in popularity over the past few years. One sec. It's awesome seeing him representing sim racing and bringing more and more people in. And I know a lot of people complain, oh, he's just doing Gran Turismo, Gran Turismo, Forza, F1. Those are peasant titles. And it's like, you gotta acknowledge that sometimes those titles need to be represented. Because when I was 6 years old, I started with NASCAR racing. Oh, sorry. Hold on a sec. Sorry. My mom's concerned because of the fire near where I live. But yeah, so continuing, Jimmy is really representing sim racing well, and sometimes you really do need to acknowledge titles such as Gran Turismo, such as Forza Motorsport, even the NASCAR Heat titles. Because consider, I was 6 years old when I got my first sim racing title, NASCAR Racing 1999 season from Papyrus. I had no clue what the heck I was doing at 6 years old. And after hitting the wall, going into pits, getting car parts replaced, and I don't think I ever completed a race in that game at 6 years old. But then, my dad, he bought me Monster Truck Madness 2 for the PC. And I freaking love that game, and that at least gave me a fundamental knowledge of what racing is. And then, over the years, I got into different racing titles, Midtown Madness, things like that. And then, I started on Gran Turismo. And that is largely part of what caused me to fall in love with sim racing. I liked the idea that it was more realistic. I liked the idea that I could buy a Mad Catz MC2 steering wheel and pretend to drive with a steering wheel in it. And that was a lot of fun. Then I moved to Forza Motorsport, and I still remember this one time. I I was watching a replay in Forza, and my grandma walks in, and she actually wasn't wearing her glasses, so I could imagine her vision was a little blurry, and she's like, "Oh, cool, what race is this?" I mean, she legitimately thought that a replay I was watching in Forza Motorsport 1 was actually a race. So, it's interesting. And it is sim racing, Raggy. It is. Consider what sim racing was 10, 15 years ago. 15 years ago, sim racing was NASCAR Racing 2003 season, F1 Challenge 99-202, and it was also consider Gran Turismo 3, and really consider what it was. Those titles were considered simulation. If we judge them by 2018 standards, we would call those Simcade by your mindset. We would call those Simcade titles. We would call NASCAR Racing 2003 season, also even Grand Prix Legends, two of the most iconic sim racing titles of all time. We would call those Simcade if we judge them by 2018 standards. And it's interesting to think about because still they are great simulation titles. And people, we need to understand there are different tiers of simulation. There are different elements of simulation that are really elements that need to be considered. Simulation of vehicle dynamics. I'll be blunt. F118 simulates some vehicle dynamic elements better than Assetto Corsa, better than iRacing. It really does. But if we deem a simulation solely on physics, we are doing these titles a disservice. We are doing this industry a disservice. If we are treating each other like elitist snobs, or if we are treating the Gran Turismo, the Forza Motorsport, the F1, the NASCAR racers like elite, like we're lording it over them, we're PC sim racers, we are the best, then I think that this hobby is going to be in a lot of trouble. So one second. After Gran Turismo 3, after Gran Turismo 3, I went to my local Best Buy, and I saw this bundle. So I saw this title at Best Buy, NASCAR Sim Racing. And I was like, what's sim racing? Because I knew that there were realistic racing games, but what was sim racing? I didn't really know. So I decided to buy the game. It was part of this bundle pack that included NHL, NFL, and other games for 20 bucks. And I jumped into the rabbit hole with both feet. I bought a Logitech NASCAR racing wheel, then the Momo, then a Driving Force GT, and I bought all these different things, jumped deep into the rabbit hole. But here's the thought. If I was greeted by this 2018 sim racing community when I jumped into NASCAR sim racing, I think I would have turned around and ran. I would have turned around and stuck with Forza Motorsport and Gran Turismo, because this 2018 sim racing community is starting to get more and more hostile. For example, the Sim Racers Facebook group. We are very, very hostile to people who even utter the word Gran Turismo or utter Forza in that group. Even if they're saying, yeah, I'm coming over from Gran Turismo or Forza, how do I do this? And sometimes there will be people in there that say, oh, you're just a peasant, stick with what you're doing. And it's like, really? We're trying to bring more people into this hobby. We're trying to bring more people in who enjoy racing, who enjoy just going wheel to wheel against people. And it's frustrating to see. And ultimately, I think that we need to learn to become more welcoming, more accepting, and more excited. And also, here's one thing, more grateful for what we have. We always are complaining about what these titles don't have. But why don't we enjoy what these titles do have? I mean, right now, I'm racing a Mazda MX-5 Cup at Okayama, and I almost hit a wall, but I'm racing wheel-to-wheel with a guy that's likely hundreds of miles away, if not thousands of miles, and doing it almost instantaneously. This was next to impossible 15 years ago, and now we're doing it seamlessly. And it's truly remarkable, and we're truly blessed to be enjoying this hobby. And we're truly spoiled for choice. If you don't like Assetto Corsa, you can do iRacing or Project Cars 2 or Gran Turismo or Forza or any other racing title. And it's like, yeah, you can find something to enjoy, and that's what I love about sim racing. Rant over, let's start tweaking our car for qualifying. Yeah, Kevin, I do Sim Racing System every Wednesday evening. Hold on a second, I'm a little parched. It's like 90 degrees tonight. Well, Norman, you can definitely develop muscle memory with a Logitech wheel in Forza or Logitech wheel in Gran Turismo. And the thing is, those titles, they truly do simulate vehicle dynamics. It simulates physics. And it's a tricky thing because sometimes when I was driving Gran Turismo 5, possibly. So when I was driving Gran Turismo 5 at times, I was doing a lot of like driving in that, and at times I felt like that was in some ways similar to Assetto Corsa, and that's not a bad thing. And it's tough because I'd say it's not as good as Assetto Corsa, iRacing, Gran Turismo, but still it is really good. It is a title that you can learn to drive on. I taught a friend how to drive stick through Gran Turismo. Even though Gran Turismo has piss poor clutch dynamics, I was able to teach it. And then the next day I took my friend on the road and she drove it without stalling once. So there is simulation value. I'll put it that way. So let's get a good qualifying run out here. Excuse me. Sorry about that. We're clear. Get that drive off. Roll, I'd say it depends. Are you looking for more organized online racing? Are you willing to make an investment? If you are, iRacing. I really prefer R-Factor 2 though, to be honest. I prefer the vehicle dynamics in R-Factor 2, and it has some great car track content. Can see about doing more races after this. Might be able to have some time. Overshot. Maybe we'll do a goofy car combo. There we go. I'm guessing 5th quick. 9th, okay. Oh! Avoid that wreck. Norman. It's in Northern California. Race Room has some of the best sounds in all of sim racing. Definitely. That understeer kills me. Thought I had adjusted my towing and camber. Hold on. Back to pits. We have 5 minutes. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. Hey, Solid Juice, how's it going? Lower the toe on the front? Hold on. I want to see how this is first. And wow! Really? Really? Okay, let's try lowering the toe then. Yeah, he was on a qualifying lap, but still, like, diving for a gap that's not there? It's like he totally missed his braking point or something. Or private qualifying session. Sorry, sons. '11th quick. Oh! That was an interesting spin out from him. Hey, this is Rich. How's it going? I wouldn't think he was on keyboard. Whoa! He just totally lifted there. Not gonna improve. Portable travel sim rig. I think that's what wheel stands are meant to be for. So it's going to be a challenge coming up through the field, but let's make sure we get our fuel levels good. So it's a 20-minute race? Yeah, 20 minutes. So we are doing 101 lap times, so 16 liters should be good. If you could get a good enough internet connection to SimRace online at a McDonald's, bravo. Okay. Wish me luck, guys. I'm gonna need it. Thanks, Tokina. Is there any other... Yeah, we don't need any other plugins. And then after, I might try doing some races on a server if you guys are interested. Okay. Shift to first. Clutch is in. Decent start. Okay, I got the best start out of the entire race, I can tell by that purple dot right there. And they're wrecking, they're wrecking. Keep an eye out. Oh, that was scary. He's going to get the run outside. It's going to be a drag race. Let's get the slipstream. He hit the curb a little too hard. Just like that, we're in the top 10. Oh my gosh. Come on, Juan. Ho! Dang it. That sucked. That really sucked. Guess the guy was wide and it didn't show up on my indicator until it was too late. So I'll take the blame for that, but that kind of sucked. So we're all the way down to 19th. Again, my goal's top 10, but that might not be realistic now. Flat spotted tires. Worn out to heck. Damaged car. It's going to be a miracle to get a top 15. Tokena, it's just luck of the draw. Well, I'd say that was more my fault. The guy was wide and I went out. I didn't see him until it was too late. The corner indicator was a little glitchy because I think this is the mod track. Sometimes, or not corner indicator, car indicator. Another wreck. That was close. Oh, the guy behind me was not as lucky. That was close. We're in the top 20 now, which is a lot less impressive than saying we're in the top 10. I'll try crew chief sometime. I need to figure out how to sort it. Yeah, we still have 15 minutes left. We're not even a quarter of the way through this race, and we're closing in. I think we do have the talent, but do we have the luck, and do we have the time? Well, I guess thanks for letting me by, man. That's the only reason why I think he would have done that. Oh, and he just spun around. Oh, there's another spot. Will we get two? Oh, he got the drive off a little better. There we go. We're clear. So we're in 15th now, I think. Did we seriously pass 4 cars this lap? Okay, we passed 3 cars this lap. My bad. Yeah, you can get really good racing in Sim Racing System, like you just saw. Oh, Felipe has spun. Unless they called him to the pits all of a sudden. Defensive line. Yeah, the drop back. That works for me. Come on, Chase. I'm chasing down Chase. Yo, he overcooked it. Oh, behind me, big hit. He was rowboating a bit. Crossover, get the run off. Oh, using me as his brake a little bit. Question is, he's gonna dive for the inside. Not the smart move for you. Because I can outbrake him. Okay, that's what I'm liking to see. A little gap. There we go. That's going to be about a second gap, I'm guessing. One second exactly. And he goes very wide there. Hey, gear, man. Six minutes to go. Motion sickness approved. So we're 1.6 seconds back. Guessing he loses a bit of time in that first corner too. Seems like this guy just doesn't like to hit apexes. Got a little tight out of that corner. Now it's going to be about a 1 second gap. 0.8 seconds. Here we go. Close call. Not sure if we just psyched him out there or what. That was just reaction on me. I almost went left. That's gonna put us lucky 13. And then 14th place, he's within decent striking distance. Because we are dealing with a damaged car too, so that's a bit of a struggle for us. Should be 8th, but it's life. .2 second gap. Just focus on hitting our marks and we should be okay. I think we have 3 laps to go. Just did our PB for the day. It's gonna be close, guys. Oh, another spinner. Ooh, I almost joined him. This will be the final lap, guys. He's flashing his lights. He's trying to psych me out. He got a slightly better exit. I got a slightly better exit that corner. Moment of truth. Oh, little bump. Oh, accidental. Oh. That was a little bumping. Robin's racing, boys. That was intense. We'll have to see that finish. So this is the race. So let's see what happened there. I mean, we kind of know what happened. Hey, you see it all the time in real life. Robin's racing in GT. So that meant we finished 12th. So let's see this final lap. Because this... So he's flashing me. He's trying to get me psyched out. So in this first corner, I turn in a little earlier than him. He gets a better drive out of the corner, I think. So you can see that. In this next corner, I dive in. He goes a little wider. So I get a better exit there, I think. He's close. He's catching me in his draft. He's gonna brake later than I am. He brakes about a half second later than I do. Trying to throw it in. Thank you, Blowing Smokos. Thank you. So here, he's closing in. He gets a wider turn in than I do. I take a defensive line. So he's right on my exhaust right now, going into here. So here, boom. And just pushing, pushing, pushing. He gets a better exit. I run him down. Bump, bump, and netcode. Oh. So seeing that reaction, that was netcode that just bounced him off. So here, that was a violent bounce off for a very light bump. So boom, and all of a sudden, you see the netcode kick in, boom, and shoot him off. And just the weird behavior in that netcode. Ugh. I mean, bumping and rubbing is really for, like, it's the last lap. Coming out of the last turn, there's obviously going to be battling. This is just unfortunate netcode. This is a racing deal. And I feel kind of bad about it because it's the collision model in Assetto Corsa. Hopefully Competizione fixes this, but that is irritating because you can just see it shoots him off in a way that's unrealistic. I was just leaning on him to see how that goes. Yes, Ark Fandine, was that you? Hold on, let's see. Car. Mark Nelson. Yeah, because naturally, that shouldn't have shot him off like that. Where did he finish? Because, finish line is where? Finish line's here. He might have lost one spot because of that. So let's check. Go into summary, Okayama. Nope, it's not showing. Dang it. I hate how that works. So let's go, or turn on display capture. Oh, you're the one who spun one car in front of him. Okay. Standings. So let's see. This was the Mazda MX-5 Cup races. So yeah, it was nice that this actually split. I think we were in the higher server. Like 12th. Mark Nelson. Yeah, he dropped to 14th. Alfin Danny, he barely got ahead. So I'm going to send this guy an apology, but Actually, I need to do some things this evening. Tomorrow, I'm going to do some, actually Friday. Friday, I'm going to do goofy races. So I want to do some like goofy races. A lot of people have told me about the RV, they've told me about the lawnmower, the transit van. So I think it'd be fun to do some of those races. So goofy races coming up Friday. I will make a mention of it in the Facebook page, Discord, and Twitter. So if you all haven't already, check out the Facebook page. So check that out. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Sorry, can't do more racing today. I'm kind of exhausted after doing like 5 hours of racing today. But for now, for the Sim Racing Paddock, I'm William Marsh, and I will see you next time.